honestly something that I never would have expected that I'd finally get to do in my lifetime, but with that being said, I will get into what I'm talking about, and I am talking about finally seeing my favorite band, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, play live. And, yeah, it was honestly spectacular. You know, I've been a fan of this band since maybe I was years old. Yeah, since I was like 8. It's definitely been one of those bands that have definitely stood the test of time. You know, they formed in the 80s, I believe, either 83 or 85. I can't remember, but yeah, I've been a fan of them for as long as I can remember. Like literally, I was introduced to them by my older brother, and to be able to experience them live, it's truly incredible. They were extremely talented individuals. Like, Chad Smith is truly an amazing drummer, and John Frusciante, the guitar player, is just out of this world. I mean, he was playing solos for just about every song, and they were just truly, truly incredible. And even Flea is by far best bass player there is. You know, like, he was doing crazy stuff too. He was jumping on the stage, and at one point he did a handstand, which was so cool. It was really cool to experience him to do that. And, yeah, they played, like, a lot of songs that I grew up with that I was just really happy and I was amazed to see them do, because, like, some of these songs came out, you know, before I was even born. Actually, no, that's a lie, actually. A lot of these songs came out, you know, when I was young. But still, I've been a fan of them for as long as I've been alive, pretty much, because it's one of those bands that, like, my whole family enjoys. And, yeah, I've stuck with them even when John left and we had Josh Klinghoffer, who particularly is also a good guitar player, but he's nowhere near John. He's got his good moments, and he's got his great ways of doing things for his own music. But as far as, you know, the Chili Peppers, he's kind of just, I don't know, he just didn't feel like he fit to me, personally. And it kind of showed in the music, and, I'm sorry if you guys can hear my dog. She kind of just, I don't know, she gets cranky whenever I actually record. It's funny. But, I do want to go over the set list from the show, because if you guys are a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan, like I am, you know, you'd probably be excited to hear what songs they played live, and to hear about, like, you know, whether they did, like, intro jams like they are known for and stuff like that. So, to start the show, there was 2 opening acts. It was Thundercat, which I missed, so I can't really give much of an opinion on that, because I got the show right before the Strokes went on, which was the secondary act, and they were pretty much the opener for the Chili Peppers. Sorry, I'm hit or a miss sometimes, but man, did he hit. Wow, he was great. He really, really nailed it. I was so happy because I had seen past videos of him just, being off key, and I'm like, oh man, it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough to be fans of, like, rock bands and stuff like that if, like, the lead singer, when you see them live, just can't carry a tune. It's rough. I forget what band did that for me. Maybe it was Asking Alexandra. It might have been them. Usually, like, their singer's really good. I saw them live a couple years ago, and I was disappointed. And then after Can't Stop, we actually go into Danny, California. And one of the things about this song is the guitar solo at the end from John Frusciante is honestly one of my favorites, and I have been waiting for years to finally hear him do it live. And I've been told that he does it different every time, and he really does. Because this performance was amazing. Oh, I forgot to mention, guys. The venue I was at was the MetLife Stadium, which is a stadium here in New Jersey, which is where I'm from. And it seats about 85,000 people, and where I was sitting was relatively high. Even then, the tickets were pretty expensive. And even though I was that high, I still was able to enjoy myself because the sound was really loud. And even though I was pretty high up, I still was pretty happy to hear the songs and hear them very clearly and very well from where I was sitting, which was awesome. And even their stage presence is great because they do like little graphics and stuff like that, and you can see them on the monitors, and it's just like the presentation is just really, really good. And so finally, like I said, I got to hear the solo from John Frusciante in Danny, California. And then they followed it up with Scar Tissue, which for me is one of those songs that I don't know why I have like a love / like don't really care for it relationship with it. Some days I really love it, and then some days I'm just like, I'm gonna skip it. But hearing it live, it really changes your perspective of that song, because you really can hear the soul behind it. And that's another thing, is I feel like Anthony feels more like, what's the word for it? He feels more like a tone, or just like really happy with John back in the band. He just feels more like alive, I guess. Like he wants to perform well, and he wants to perform better. Like he actually cares. Not to say that he never cared before, but there's just more to it this time around. Like if you watch past performances of that song, you can kind of see it's like phoning it in, and nobody was phoning it in tonight. Or not tonight, that night that I went. And then we followed up with a new song from their newest album, Unlimited Love. Wow, I don't know why I couldn't say that. And I really like the song. I do. And to hear the bass line live is great. And even the drum and John's guitar and his guitar solo, it's a solid song. Then we got Charlie. Out of all the songs from Stadium Arcadium, I know other shows got Tell Me Baby. But, it's fine. Then we got Snow, or Heyo, as most people know it. Well, actually, people mostly know it as Snow, but that's just in parentheses, Heyo. And really, really happy to finally hear the song live, too. Everything about it was great. Also, what was really great was I got to watch the show. Well, go see the show with my younger sister, which is awesome because she is like me, where we've pretty much been listening to this band since we were kids and stuff like that because of our older brother. And yeah, it was awesome to experience it with her and like sing to each other and stuff, like the lyrics that we like used to do when we were younger. So yeah, that was really, really nice. Then we go into These Are the Ways. The thing about this song is a lot of people either love this song or they really don't like it. And I'm in between. Like, there are elements of the song that I really like, and then other elements that I was like, I could live without it. And it has a really nice breakdown, but lyrically it's not the strongest from them. Following it up, we have Soul to Squeeze. Wow. Soul to Squeeze. What a song I never thought in my lifetime I'd hear live. The thing about Soul to Squeeze is Soul to Squeeze was a song they made for the soundtrack for Coneheads, I think it was. That movie with Dan Aykroyd. The SNL sketch. They made it into a movie. I think it's Coneheads, right? Yeah. But wow. Beautiful, beautiful song to hear. And it really, really made me appreciate the song more, because I definitely wasn't a huge fan of it when I first started, like, back in, like, high school. Then we moved on to Right on Time. What? Right on Time. What was really funny about that to me was my buddy who went with us, he was like, oh dude, when did this song come out? And there's a lyric in it called Looking Fine in Good Old 1999. So then I looked at him when he asked me that question, and it happened to be at the same time that Anthony said the lyric, and I was like, there you go, he answered it for you. And then we move on to what? Parallel Universe. Out of all the set lists I saw for all the other shows, Parallel Universe was not on them. So it was such a treat for us to finally hear Parallel Universe. That was awesome. I was amazed. And then that followed with Other Side. Another song that been dying to hear live since I was a kid. And then we followed it up with what I think is one of the best songs on the latest album, which is Heavywing. I just love John being like the lead vocalist on this one, especially when it comes to the chorus, because he sings his ass off when it comes to the chorus, and he did it too. And live, the live solo is way better than the album one. I gotta tell you that. We followed it up with the very first single we heard from Unlimited Love, which was Black Summer. Black Summer to me is a great song, but I just can't get over Anthony doing like a pirate accent or something in this song. It's just so bizarre, but honestly, after a few more listens, I stopped hearing it. I really did. So, yeah, I love that song. Then we followed it up with probably considered to be like a song that majority of people know from this band, which is Californication, which is yeah, definitely a great song. And then what they did was they followed it up with Give It Away. And one of the things that they do is they do this like extended outro for Give It Away, and honestly it's really, really awesome. wish it was on the album version, because, man, it makes the song even more kick-ass. And then the encore songs were also another song that probably they're really, really famous about, which is Under the Bridge. And, man, as soon as you hear the chords play from John, you already know what it is, and you can't help but feel like this is beautiful, because you already know it's going to be like a really sad song. If you're not familiar about like what the song's about, you should look it up, or you should read Anthony Kiedis' autobiography, Scar Tissue. It'll definitely help explain the subject matter of the song, which I won't really get into, just because it is kind of, well, it's like a subject I, can't really talk about here on YouTube that much. And they followed it up with another song that I was amazed they played, which is By the Way. And By the Way is honestly, I believe, if I'm honest, the very first song I heard when I was a kid. That was the very first song I heard when my brother played it in his car. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did cry, because it kind of took me back to that moment. Like, you hear that song live. Like, you guys ever have those moments where you hear something live, or you hear something that, like, you haven't heard in a really long time, and it just takes you back to when you were a child and life was simple and stuff like that? That's what that was for me. That's what that was. So, anyway, guys, yeah, that was my concert ramble, I guess I want to call this. Yeah, I'm going to call this Blitz's concert ramble. I hope you guys enjoyed me talking about this. I will be doing a movie review, another movie review, and I did just get 3 figures, and I can't wait to open them on camera for those who are subscribed to me for my figures unboxing videos. Don't worry, we got 3 more coming. I do start school in 3 weeks, or less than now. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to get all that done before I have to go back, because I do have quite a bit of classes next semester, and yeah, probably not gonna be able to make as many videos as I'd like. Anyway, guys, this is Blitz saying, please like,